Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, shoot, forgot. This is still on the other monitor from the previous day. Primary monitor! 9 souls! Look at that. Don't even have to mess with the aspect ratio either, because the game is naturally not in widescreen mode. Ah, yes. Whoopsies. You saw behind the curtain there. That's where the PNG tuber is playing. That's where the PNG tuber is playing. For funsies, I guess. Anyhow, hello everybody, Liu Kangaroo, welcome back. Code Assembly, good to see you. So we are doing 9 Souls, because I've wanted to play this game forever, and it seems relatively spooky enough for a lot of the imagery. So let's go ahead and check it out. Standard or story? We're going standard mode. We're going standard. Wanna get that difficulty spike. Who wants to just watch? If you want to just watch the story, just watch the cutscenes online, like legitimately. I know there are people who say, like, play through the story of a game, but for, like, games like 9 Souls or Dark Souls, if you're not going to go for the challenge, you literally might as well just watch the cutscenes on YouTube. Because a lot of times the challenge is part of it. Noah Mercer, good to see you, too. Oh, great. It's great to see you all, guys. Yes, we can't hear what she's saying. Wonderful. Nice. Sounds like we're going to have fun. So we nearly died a brutal, horrific death. Actually, it looks like we should be dead. But octopus tentacles, I guess, are gonna save our lives. Yeah, I'm getting some deep Lovecraftian horror vibes here. Is that just me, or... Let's go. Oh, man. It's been a week. I actually forgot I'm on call this week, so I have my phone on. The stream may get interrupted if I get a call, but probably not. They usually don't call unless there's something planned. And I forgot my laptop at work, so I had to drive all the way back, and I left to work at 3:30 today, so I actually missed all the traffic. Well, I missed all the traffic because I ride my bike and I don't drive. But my bike battery was pretty drained, and I didn't think it would last for like a round trip back again. It can usually do me like all the way there, back, and then about half, and then about there again, and then on the way back from like the 4th run, it'll start petering out. Oh look, the kid's playing his flute in the forest and finds us. We've been healed by the magic tentacles of Cthulhu. I didn't get the limited time character in ZZZ, so I dropped it because really there's not much holding me to it like Genshin. Get out! That is the best thing you can possibly do for yourself. Get out of the gacha game before it gets you. That's why it's called gacha, because it got ya. Once you put in enough time, you know? There's this desire to keep playing because you... Hello, knew you were here. I could smell your cooking from way out there. Okay, we got a nice kid that's, like, looking after us. He pulled us from the wall and helped us out. Checking up on us, I guess. We're not really a talkative person, it seems. Anyway, I've been going through the books. I'm excited for where the new Teardown Heaven book is going. Mostly because it's continuing off from 3rd book, and Bex is in hell, you know, having to go down to hell to rescue demons and shit like that. She's working with her sister now. I hope it'll be seasoned normally. I won't let you down. I am your teacher. Feed me. Hello, Nerdo Dragon. The whole gang is here, it feels like. Man. All we need now is DJ. We'd have the whole roster of recurring characters. The moment I go back to MK1 and play Endless Tower mode will be real challenging. I think I can handle it. Alright, so we got basic movement. We got our jump. Squares attack. Pretty basic. Alright, we can climb up the ledges, so we can do ledge grabs. Alright, so we press L and down to drop off. Okay. Hold A to climb up a larger ledge. And we can examine things. Lol. I just gotta time my strong attacks against the Omni-Man players. But yeah, it's been fun. I really liked a lot of the twists that were with, like, Namini and stuff like that from the end of the previous one. And I like how, like, the author has essentially explained why Gilgamesh didn't just go down and wreck everybody's shit if he's as powerful as they say. Part of it's that he's actually maybe not as raw powerful as people want to think he is, And also, it's that he has a lot bigger problems stopping the gods from coming back to life, because it turns out the gods are fucking immortal. And Gilgamesh could kill them, but he couldn't. But it takes a lot to keep gods dead. He essentially had to bind the nature of reality, apparently. It's a whole thing. One day, the noble swordsman passed by stone. Suddenly, someone jumped out from a stone. It turned out to be a great hero. It's written... Oh, interesting. Kangaroo Jack, that's the movie I was thinking of. Thank you, Assembly. Dragon, I literally spent no money on either Genshin or Zenlost Zone Zero. So you don't have to worry about me. I can leave either when I want, or I've taken months-long hiatus. That's good. That's good, then. I thought there'd be some in the Forbidden Cave, but I haven't seen a single one. Where are your Crimson Hibiscus? A Crimson Hibiscus? Is that the flower you've been fussing about? That's the flower they use for the ceremony. According to the shaman, the bigger the flower. There's one right up there. Okay, so we're going to get the flower for the kid. Luke and Kane got the movie in live chat. Yeah. If you go on our Discord server, there is a live chat section where people can post during stream, and I'll be paying attention, hopefully. It's like a peacock bull. It's got like the weird... No, maybe a kitsune bull, because it's got like the 3 tails, and they kind of look like foxtails. How did a boar get all the way up there? The boar took the flower. This is because it was inspired by Liu Kang from... Oh, no, I got that. I got that. I know what you're referencing. I got your Liu Kang Rue as your username. I get that it's a reference to Liu Kang. I'm not a huge Mortal Kombat fan, but I've seen the latest movie, and I have played a few of the games. So Alright, I'll get the flower for you. It's fine. You really don't have to. Are you really going to get it? Be careful not to get hurt. Alright, so we got like a little tutorial to get us used to the controls and the jumping. Alright, we can climb up the side there. Maybe we can... So I'm guessing the tentacles have something to do with... Jump and B for a grappling... Oh, man. Any game that gives you a grappling hook immediately gets bonus points, right? Like... Any game that gives you a grappling hook is immediately, like, bonus point material, I feel like. Because, you know... Grappling hook. Alright, how do we do, like, a dash? Do we not have a dash or anything like that? Oh, wait, here it is. There we go. I am ninja. Fear my dash. But it does have a cooldown. There's also some sort of parry mechanic as well, it looks like. Okay. Got him. The only thing I found fun with ZZZ was the combat that simply wasn't enough to keep me interested. Yeah, I've had games like that where, like, you might like a part of it, but the rest of it just isn't enough to keep you on board. I've run into stuff like that before. For me, one of the things that was, like, really, like, dropped me hard was... Okay, so I can't do that yet. Was Warframe. Basically, I loved the combat in Warframe. I really did. And I still think combat in Warframe is a lot of fun. It's, if you ever played it, it's like third-person shooting with ninja powers. It's really, really good. But the missions are extremely repetitive. So they use it. Legend have it, the harvest will be bountiful, ceremony is successful. While there hasn't been proven, everyone still gets more food after the ceremony. Okay. Let's go back to that other door, see if we can open it up. Alright, well, I can't open this thing. We'll figure it out some other time when we get to the spooky parts. If I got a limited character, I may have extended my playtime, but ultimately I would have dropped it. Yeah. And, like, that's fine. You don't have to stick around with every game. There are some games that are, like, just one-and-done kind of things, or things that you only play for a certain period of time. It's actually one of the things I kind of liked about that Pumpkin game we just played last stream, because it's literally a game designed with a set lifespan, which... Weirdly, because I go against, like, I think I talked about it a bit there, but, like, I enjoy the idea that it's just, like, a limited time event. It's sort of like limited time events in video games, like other video games, but as a whole game itself. And it was a really cool idea. I especially liked that the theater was, like, playing, copyright free movies, essentially. Stuff in the public domain. Really cool idea. Honestly, I cannot wait for some of the good stuff to start falling in public domain, because a lot of the public domain right now for movies is really, really old stuff. And even things like Nosferatu, which have been massively influential, are hard to watch. I actually got a copy of Nosferatu and played it on my Plex server, because it's now in the public domain. It has been for a bit now. But the thing with it is that... how to explain this? It's really fucking old. And we've come a long way in the art of making movies since the black and white silent film era. Which makes it really hard for a modern audience. Even myself, who watches a lot of weirder stuff, had a really hard time getting into it. And I've watched, like, modern silent films that don't have any dialogue. Not many, one or two experimental things. I think one of the Star Wars specials and is one of the more recent things I can think of that had, like, almost no dialogue in it. I mean, I've watched stylized stuff like that before. Even if it's also just, like, single episodes of cartoons that don't have any dialogue. I love Tom and Jerry, and there's basically no dialogue in Tom and Jerry. Some episodes have no dialogue at all. They do have sound, though, which is a little different, but, you know. It's simply to monetize. People claim Genshin is predatory with its monetization. Genshin has nothing on ZZZ. It's overcomplicated, overly monetized. I feel like that's a lot. Praise be to the souls, blessing of the Peach Blossom Village. There's nothing else I need to do. I'm going to go back and try the fish. Stay for a bit. You should take the chance to check out stalls and mingle with everyone. Leave the fish to me. Catch you later. No, it's kind of interesting, though, I find, that but the attention span back then was longer, but they also needed an eon to process the information they were seeing. Right, well, because they didn't have the visual shorthand of having grown up with movies, too. There's a certain, like, visual shorthand you have when you grow up with a certain type of media. You understand references and easy shortcuts to things. Like, we've all seen a first act setup, you know, where you start getting hints as to what the larger plot is, or when you have, like, a mundane start followed by intrusion of supernatural elements. People are attuned to that now, and directors can sort of speed run through things because we don't need to see it played out in as much detail. Because we've seen it played out so many times before, so it's more of a shorthand to get to the more interesting bits of the film for them now. However, we are about to get to the really cool stuff. I believe it's 19, so I want to say this is going to be in 2036. I know it's like a decade, but it's so close, I can feel it. In like the 2036, 2033, we're going to start getting the early Disney films. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that Snow White is 1927, 1928, so the 95 years. That would basically put it at like 2033. So within the next 8 years from now, we are going to have actually more like 7 because we're nearing the end of this year. A little over 7 years from now, we're going to have access to Snow White in the public domain. The classic Disney movie. And after that, things are going to start dropping in the public domain. I'm really excited because currently there's just not much in the public domain, but as old Disney stuff starts to get in there and older color animation starts to get in there, we're going to start seeing stuff in the public domain that you could still watch. It will still be old for a modern sensibility, don't get me wrong. It will. But there's a reason that films from the 80s, like Terminator, are still viewable. Because there's a certain threshold of quality and skill and proficiency at movie making where you start to really get good enough that modern audiences can still watch it. I feel like a modern audience, some people might bounce off Snow White. It's very, very, very basic. But it's still up to some of the standards I think we have for movies. Especially animation in particular. Also, a lot of the stuff from that era, like a lot of the really good stuff from that era, at least, there's not like a lot of really good stuff, but the handful of things each year that were really, really good are kind of timeless classics with how iconic they are. Still miss PBS Kids, and PBS I used to watch programs, Sesame Street was on there. Yeah, I used to watch Cyber Chase as a kid. I'll freely admit that. I used to, like, really be into that show. Back before I was, like, heavy fantasy, I was, like, heavy sci-fi. Like, Cyber Chase and Code Lyoko were my jams. Oh, God. Have you guys ever seen Code Lyoko? It's such a weird show to go back to. Also, all these people worshiping this thing. So this is, like, clearly ancient aliens technology shit that feels like's going on. Because those tentacles are feeling less Lovecraftian now and more like technological. Partially it's that I've seen the cover art for this and they have some like technology circuit boards on there. So I kind of got like part of the twist of it's actually ancient alien technology or whatever spoiled a bit. Thank you, cover art for game. Clean up that crimson hibiscus gummy earlier. I'm going to sew it in my clothes later. It's not a rule, but those who are chosen usually wear a flower. Makes you look a lot cooler while standing up there. This something to be happy about? Of course, I'll be seeing my mom and dad soon. I wonder if they'll notice that I've grown taller. Let's head inside. I'm hungry. This is giving me cult vibes like crazy. I'll be leaving in a few days. Will you make sure to eat properly when you're on your own? Remember, the rice is stored in the bin, the food on the table should be eaten before it dries out. Stop worrying. Also had Mr. Roger of PBS, favorite person, because that guy was such a wholesome guy. It sucks he's not alive anymore. Learned a lot of life lessons. Also one of the celebrities who's, from all reports, seems to have actually, like, totally been really, really positive and nice and kind just in general, which is... It's really weird for your public persona to be so much of yourself, as it seems like his was to all reports. Especially, like, after the death, where, like, usually, like, after the death of the celebrity, everybody's like, oh, yeah, there's this period of mourning, and then they release all the stuff, and it's like, no, Mr. Rogers is apparently just a really cool guy who really liked teaching kids lessons, and really liked being a positive person. And it's like, a spark of goodness in this dead world. I approve. He was a good guy, yeah. And you know what? That's something that I feel like is lost a lot in modern stuff. Like, yes, I am very, I guess the best way to describe it would be edgy at times. I enjoy the Dark Souls, the gods are all dead and the world's a decaying husk thing. But those moments of pain and suffering are only put into context when there is something worth recovering in the world. Like, the Dark Souls is a good example. Dark Souls is only worth a lot of people find Solaire so attractive as a, NPC, and they care so much about him because he's a spark of goodness that's been untainted by the fall of the gods and the decay of the world. He is this source of positive, radiant light in a dead, dying world where everyone is miserable and depressed. He's a good person trying to do good things and help out. And that kind of attitude can be really inspiring for people, especially in times where they're not as happy on their own. If we ran Cade the first time my mom and dad left, that's where I met you. Who would have thought I'd be playing a flute would make someone pop out of that stone? If you say so. Since I'm leaving soon, can you give me one request before the ceremony? What is it? The story you were telling me earlier about the man fighting the flood. Tell me how it ends. Did he make it home? He didn't die, did he? And I feel like Mr. Rogers was a bit like that. He was this person who just wanted to be a positive influence on the world, which is very commendable, honestly. Yeah, this is very techno magic. We got like the techno magic stuff where it's like holograms, but it looks like we're casting spells. Crisscross when I was 10. Jump is a hype song lyrics. Crisscross make you jump, jump. Where did I leave off? He journeyed over the mountains and rivers. Peach Blossom Village, the night of the ceremony. Oh wow, that atmosphere. That went from wholesome with ominous undertones to kind of evil looking from the get-go. Lord Yi, greetings from your humble servant. I was afraid you would lose track of time, so I called to remind you. If you skip out on tonight, you will have to wait another 2 years for the next harvest. I know. House of security at 8 main facility. System indicates they are currently on low alert status. There are only a handful of guards on control. Please excuse my concern. The situation may become untenable. By the way, do you have your mystic nymph on you? I have it with me, but it won't fly. Only parts of it are in working order. It's been too long since I've recharged it. That is a pity. If it had enough power, you could make use of the Mystic Nymph scout mode for reconnaissance. Just made a full recovery after all, so it might be best not to throw caution to the wind. It wouldn't be too hard to just leave a trail of bloodshed. Certainly. Your humble servant has never doubted your martial powers, Lord Yi. So he's got an AI on him, obviously. Proceed as you wish. May fortune favor you. Okay. Firecrackers. Okay. Shinon sure is an active and all that loneliness has made him go a bit kooky. We got the cat people. They're worshipping the cat people. Same with WWE. So except for Cena finally retired. Those who are chosen go live with the gods. Wow, they're really worshipping the cat people like Yi, huh? Peach trees have blossomed beautifully this year. Thank the gods for the blessing our peach blossom village. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is technology. This is advanced ancient technology, clearly. Okay. You know, this reminds me a bit of that Fallout vault, too, where they're like, sacrifice a member of your vault every year, or you will all die. Like, cargo cult the shit out of things. But why are they demanding human sacrifice? Or are they just misunderstanding things? Hereby receives your decree. Accordance with the soul's orders, we humbly pay respects to the flying throne. Alright. Alright, so they're sacrificing an old person, a young person, and a... Oh. That's, why is it wrapped around his head? Oh! Oh, shit. That just decapitated that bitch. Holy shit. You people are okay with this? Then again, maybe it's preserving the brain? I guess that could be a form of, yeah, you know, hook up the brain to the cloud, I guess. Oh, God, the way it twists the body. The way it twists the body off. Oh, man, that's gotta hurt. There's no way that doesn't hurt. There's no way that doesn't, like, twist your spine around and cause you immense pain. It's so slow. Oh, my God. 2 years, Yi. Time for me to go. This is, like, really fucked up. Are we just gonna let this happen? Oh, RB to attach a talisman. What the fuck? Your AI needs more processing power? So you're using your literally human heads as processing. Oh, man. Yeah? Holy shit. We are fucking Ninja Cat. By the way, just to remind you, November 10th will be a long hiatus to celebrate my birthday. So I won't be posting for a long time as I have to get everything ready for birthday bash. No prob. Yi? The Yi you know is a lie. But you're the only family I've left. Wait, I don't understand. Why are you... Where are you going? We're going into the building. Hack the platform. From their perspective, it looks like we just touched a tablet and we activated the ancient underground doorway. So this is where the bodies are. Okay. LB to parry. Hold to detonate. Okay, so we need to parry, attach talismans, and blast. Oh, we're dying, aren't we? Use your medicine pipe to heal. Yes, let's take a smoke on our weed pipe to heal ourselves. Because that's how you do that, right? Rest. Root node. Which makes it feel like a lot like we're backing up ourselves to the cloud. Oh. Okay, we gotta hold afterwards. You can't hold... Okay, I got it now. I got it. For real, a kangaroo could solo Superman. Just one kick from the Roo. You know how OP Superman is? Supers is, like, pretty OP. Supes isn't just strong. Oh, yeah. Boom, baby. Bloody Crimson Hibiscus. A crimson hibiscus soaked with a villager's blood. 8 men are harvested at regular intervals in the livestock area, where their bodies are dismembered and sorted, usually mixed with the rest of the useless parts. So the flowers that they talk about that are this is really is full cargo cult right here. This is full fucking cargo cult. They've turned being harvested into like some sort of ceremonial ritual. Alright, I'm gonna get a hang of this, like, parrying mechanic. It's gonna be great. Alright, and boom. Bam. Got it. Cargo code is something different. I mean, they've started ascribing meaning to something they don't understand. Like, it probably started with them just having to offer, they start, like, nuking the climate or something like that. And it slowly transitioned into this thing. Oh my god, wow. So they take the body and dismember it. Oh wow, we're getting to see the whole harvesting. Wait, how do they have all these bodies? There were only 2 people killed, right? Or is that just one of the many harvesting areas? I thought it's when, like, people ascribe greater meaning to things they don't understand, essentially. Whoa. Okay, so they're unblockable Crimson attacks. Alright. Got him. Like, you know, the whole gimmick is like that, like a plane flies over an area and they start thinking, and it drops things and they start thinking that's literally all religion. Fair. Alright, got him. Come on, bro. The parry timing is fairly generous, honestly, all things considered. Oh, shit. Okay, spears literally do make things more complicated. Alright, so we are reborn through the tentacles. This is some hentai shit right here. We are being reborn through the power of tentacles. Using the body as medium to dissipate energy. Can that actually work? We all know Superman is literally untouchable. He can be weakened just by 1 green of kryptonite. Yeah, but are you giving the... Alright, if you give the kangaroo kryptonite, all that really does nowadays is, like, make him normal human. Also, have you seen some of the bullshit he's getting up to recently? He made a set of brass knuckles, and instead of, like, spikes, it has miniaturized miniaturized yellow suns on them. Okay. Alright. Come on, build up the attack. Damn it. I keep okay, this timing is a little different. Alright, there we go. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it when he's slashing. Well, Superman can apparently overcome kryptonite. I mean, it's just not an instant win thing anymore. Like, it doesn't make him paralyzed. He can still fight nowadays. I mean, for crying out loud, Lex Luthor has a suit that literally shoots kryptonite-infused laser beams. And he still wins against him. And I'm sorry, but Lex Luthor is going to be a bit tougher than your... Lex Luthor in a suit of power armor is going to be a bit tougher than a kangaroo. Is my general point. You know, it does mix the, like, ancient technology with, like, eldritch horror kind of vibes. With, like, the tentacles and the astro... Like, a lot of this, like, dream world stuff. Kind of blends the two, almost. Like the look. I can see why people were talking about this game. The look of it, it looks really good. I love the art style in general. And boom. And boom. This game is a bit more like being patient than a lot of other Souls-likes. It's very... You need to wait for your opportunities to strike, it feels like. The parry is so effective against basic enemies when they're one-on-one, too. Oh, yeah! We're getting the hang of this. Boom. Actually, I've been reading a bit of the Absolute comics from DC. Not a ton of them, but like some of it. Alright, got him. Soul collect. His experience falls after I kill an enemy. Okay, so it's the soul recollection mechanic. Got it. They do have a lot of hibiscus flowers. Look at them all. They're all in there with like the rest of the worthless shit. I still remember that. Have you guys seen the also, have you guys seen the Absolute Universe? It's kind of nutty. It's like a super fucked up version of the normal DC universe. Like, when I say super fucked up, I mean Killer Croc has a mouth that stretches all the way down to his stomach. Oh, shoot. Take a hit of my, my health pipe. It's it's prescribed by my doctor. Boom. Hack. Alright. I still remember that meme when I turn around and see Batman, literally every Arkham Knight NPC before Batman defeats them. Yeah. Oh, man, oh, man. Really embrace the hard-boiled Albert in here. Gods. This is a really... I do like the aesthetic. Is that... Hey, guys, I think I found out what happened to the heads. Well, I found all the heads, so... we can stop worrying about where those went. Oh, shit. Warning, unusual activity detected in the livestock area. Unusual activity detected in livestock. Perimeter to be by living organisms detected. Perimeter breach. They really... Alright. Hey, look, it's the crazy old guy. The crazy old guy got in, too. We were in trouble, my lord. The destruction of the harvester earlier triggered a system-wide alert. Souls can now be awakened even earlier. Doesn't matter, my actions were bound to draw attention sooner or later. I am prepared for the worst. Supposing that's true, why then did you intervene so early? Wasn't part of the plan. Was it for that 8-man child? Don't question my judgment. Just do your job. Of course. Please forgive my apprehension. Calculations have been thrown into disarray. Please reach the predetermined safe zone as swiftly as possible. Exercise caution above all else. Shit. Come on, move, move, move. Was I right? Yeah! This game is pretty fucking sweet. I think you were right about this one. Or would you recommend this game? I don't think. Which one? Which one of you actually recommended this game? If you enjoyed the game, I recommend Once Muramasa's Rebirth 2. It's spiritually similar in many ways. I do like the mysticism technology thing, when the technology has almost a mystic quality to it, or draws on a lot of mystic design. This literally looks like a meditation temple, but it's clearly some sort of server access node. About the head. About the head. Oh, the AI. It does seem like it is for AI processing. Yeah, it kind of does seem like they're doing. It does seem like it. I'm not sure if it is specifically for that, but they're clearly talking about how there are no living people here. So it does seem like they might be harvesting organic material for processing power. They mentioned how a living being was detected having entered. You know. Alright, well, someone do a parry off him. Boom! Get wrecked. I did recommend once that much, I'm sure. Yeah. It is really cool, though. It is really cool. It's also an interesting idea, and it's way more believable than something like The Matrix. The Matrix's whole using humans for power. Humans aren't exactly power generators, but we are pretty good biological computers. So if you were had a way to repurpose a brain into a server farm, I mean, it's not that the most absurd thing in the world. You can take a computer meant for office work and turn it into a server, or cluster it together as an AI to run AI models. So it's really interesting to see that kind of idea utilized as a main plot of a game. Ooh, I did poorly on my QuickTime event. Nah, for real, kangaroos in real life are dangerous, but a kangaroo. Oh, don't be wrong. I'm not gonna doubt you. I'm seriously saying kangaroos are probably something I would not want to fight. I'm just saying Superman could probably handle them. Actually, I would not be surprised if he's had to deal with a super intelligent kung fu kangaroo before. I would actually not be surprised if Superman has run into a kangaroo with magic powers and martial arts skills. That would not surprise me at all. Superman has run into some really effed up stuff over the years. You do realize that, right? I love how he doesn't have just one animation. He actually has 3 different animations for his parry. A high, low, and medium, and he alternates between them, apparently, which is kind of cool. Nice little animation detail. Oof. I'm low on health. The funny thing is the way that human generated power reminds me of me powering things with potatoes, if anything. Yeah. I think if I parry at all, it doesn't let it kill me. Oh. Ouch. Okay, we gotta head back down there. I'm really bad at parrying with projectiles. Need to get good. Fortunately, I don't have to fight the boss again, which is nice. Alright, kill the bug. Kill this bug. And jump down. Oof. Tag. You're it. Scientists race to make a living computer powered by human cells. I actually saw that a while back, yeah. That is a literal thing they are doing, actually. So it's not surprising at all, really, that they're trying to harvest ape-men skulls as computer powers. I mean, our brains are remarkably powerful computers for like the resources that go into them. They're not made out of like heavy elements. They're made out of really simple biological materials. So like, it's not surprising that we would want to make actual computers out of that stuff. That's just kind of cool. This is not science fiction. Yeah, I get it. And also, it's a very, like, I've heard some people call it a ridiculous idea, because why would you do that when perfectly good computers exist? It's like, the whole thing is, if we make computers out of biological material, we might be able to, like, literally grow computers instead of having to mine the parts. Alright, come on, come on. Boom. Already imagine Superman fans complaining, saying, Liu Kang-Roo, please nerf him. No, you should worry about Omni-Man, not my OC. Omni-Man is literally less powerful Superman. Like, he's legitimately less powerful than Superman. That's not even a question, I don't think. I think that's just objective. Yeah, Viltrumites don't seem to have a kryptonite, although they can be crippled by sound waves. That one really annoying frequency. But, like, my dude, I get that you just know Superman from, like, cartoons and shit, where he gets his shit beating out of him, so they can prove the big villain is actually strong and dangerous this time. Basic component used with processor for jars and various machines. Scary guy in any fight is Omni-Man. Now, the guy was inspiration for my Kangaroo character. Don't get me wrong, Omni-Man is fucking terrifying. Like, to the average person and to, like, most, like, low-power individuals, honestly, even if you have powers, Omni-Man is still pretty fucking scary, because Viltrumites in general are just, like, really durable. But, like, again, it's not even a matter of, like, oh, I'm really defending this character. It's just Superman's been around a really long fucking time, and the longer a comic book character is around, the dumber he gets. Exactly. Can he fly? Can he fly? The first time by flying around the Earth. Have you seen Golden Age Superman? Legitimately. If you're talking about strongest Superman, it's Golden Age Superman. That man could sneeze and blow away galaxies. He could literally blow galaxies away by sneezing. Like, when your character exists for a long enough time and they're continuously printed in new material, especially in superhero comics, they tend to accumulate bullshit powers like you would not believe. Go watch some Death Battle. They get into the weird shit, like the really obscure references and stuff like that, the one-off powers and corner cases. You will get just a good visage of how absurd some heroes are. Alright, so we hold down while moving to greatly increase movement speed on flat ground. Maximum chi capacity. Increase damage to strike an enemy from behind with a strong attack. Triple slash. Parry. Deflect certain projectiles. Back at the bullets. Useful against range enemies. I'm going to use this one, actually. Damn, maybe Mike Tyson can beat Superman. Boom. Gotcha. Nah, Death Battle's biased. Yeah, but they do actually use... Death Battle can be biased sometimes. I think they can be on occasion. But I think they do a pretty good job of showing what characters do. And if you think they're wrong, you can argue against their examples, because they do use actual examples. I don't get me wrong, I know they get their math wrong sometimes. They're not always right, not even by a long shot. There are times where people have criticized their methods or their math, but I think generally they try to take a pretty good approach to things. Okay, so what is this? I think this is a comeback later option. Counterpoint, Harry Potter Death Battle. Which one was that one? Who was he fighting? Because I actually don't remember which one he fought. There's been a lot of Death Battle episodes. I don't remember them all. Alright, we got our first boss. Oof. Okay. Gotta get his timing down. All my Titan needs is one right hook. Beat Superman. Got him. Alright, let's go through this quickly. We gotta make good time, because we only got one night to play this. Alright. Want to collect all the money we can. Alright, here we go. Let's heal up before the boss fight. Oh, ow. Heal my smoke pipe. Boom! Bam! Boom! And bam! And boom! Yes! Got him! All Might Tyson uses 1 point. Luke Skywalker versus Harry Potter. What was the outcome? Was it Harry Potter or Luke Skywalker? Oh yeah. First attempt, well, second attempt technically. Still getting used to the parry timing. 8-man facility. I say the floors are locked. I guess I can go down. Okay, I must be able to go down, apparently. Let's see. I guess. Oh, here it is. Central Hall. Alright, we're going through the facility. You know, I like the style. Oh, that's a cool. Okay, this tree, I love the art for this. I don't know what it is. It's a fairly simple idea of, like, tree with eyes on it. I don't know what it is about this particular art. But this drawing, I like it. I like the style. I don't know if the color or the eyes are placed, but something about that just really makes me go, yes, more of this, please. About to head off. I got some more updates on my work on my Kangaroos OC. This time he's gonna have friends, including holiday mascot type fighters. K-inspired Wattpad fakes. Nice. Okay. So we found the great, like, central node here. Where all the tentacles are spewing out from. Quite the spectacle, isn't it? The caretaker of all Solarians have never stopped growing since your departure. What impact will this have? Rest assured that all impact rests within an acceptable range of possibilities. This only further demonstrates the perfection of the mechanism you designed. The roots are very accustomed to their current environment. None of that matters anymore, so long as it doesn't get in the way. I need to reach the council code at the root pinnacle so that we can rebuild order and punish those criminals. Council code requires the possession of all soul seals. You will need to snatch them from the other 9 souls. You will certainly not give them up without a fight. Ah, so we got boss targets to kill. Luke Skywalker by getting this split open hairy scar on his head. I mean, a lot of the time the ending will be like thematic or dramatized. The thing with Luke Skywalker is, again, it's one of those things, like with Superman, where Star Wars has had a lot, and I do mean a lot, of fucking lore attitude over the years. I don't think you understand just how much the Tiandao Council undertook the legacy of the legendary Feng Shi Leer and initiated Eternal Cauldron Project on Kowloon. And again, it doesn't always matter, because sometimes 2 characters are just completely different power ranges. But Luke Skywalker has done some stupid stuff, and given that he's one of the most powerful Force users in history, you can reasonably scale him. And I know some people don't like it, but you can reasonably scale the man to people like Starkiller. And, like, yes, Harry Potter has done some stupid stuff, some pretty dumb feats, like coming back to life that one time. But he's never ripped a Star Destroyer out of the atmosphere, or fought someone on a similar scale to that. Again, even if you want to say Starkiller was like the more powerful Force user, or that Luke shouldn't get Skeleton because he didn't actually beat Vader or something. Luke at what age? Couldn't even be the Emperor without his father's help. Yeah, again, that also depends, too. If you're looking at Luke after all the extended universe material, when he literally fought, like, Chaos Force gods and shit, yes, there's, like, an Eldritch Force god that resided inside a black hole. It's a whole thing. There's a lot of bullshit that... Read the Star Wars extended universe if you really want to see the bullshit of the universe. That thing had a lot of shit in it. Holy dear God, the extent of that is more than I can even imagine speeding. But yeah, if you're talking about Luke just at the movies, I would agree with you. He probably is about on par with Harry Potter. It could go either way at that point. Because let's be real, Harry didn't even have that much formal training. Luke at least got training with Yoda. Harry, didn't really have any training, I don't think. Unless I'm misremembering something. Alright, where am I supposed to go from here? Maybe I'm supposed to go through those doors somehow? Oh, B. Okay, here we go. But yeah, a lot of the stuff, Luke in the movies, I would say Harry probably could take him. Maybe. Oh, you're talking about the specific way he defeated him. That is something I will give you. Death Battle doesn't always do the best job of, like... Death Battle tends to go for, like, either shocking or thematically appropriate or character appropriate. Like, Luke using telekinesis to split open Harry's scar is destroying the symbol of a franchise. So he's, like, literally blasting open the franchise's symbol, which was, like, Harry's scar or whatever. I would say that's more creative license for the fight animation, which doesn't really have much to do with their actual, like, conclusion or decision on who wins, in my opinion. It's just creative liberty with the fight scene. Okay, this place is creepy as fuck. You know, I'm getting a bad feeling that all the Solarians are dead. Or, like, uploaded to the Mind Palace. Mystic Nymph decryption required. Which is currently offline for me, from what I remember. My Mystic Nymph has been damaged. Mystic Nymph. Alright. Oh, hello, Nymph. Look at it. It's a beautiful little butterfly fish. Aww, I like the design. It's a butterfly fish. It's cute. Let's see here. Fully charged Mystic Nymph. Azure Flyer / Mystic Nymph can perform reconnaissance, hack into remote terminals to unlock new paths. The ideal choice for exploring new unknown environments. It was once limited to its projection function due to lack of power, but now has been restored to full functionality. Okay, so we hold LT to summon it. And we can now hack terminals. Okay, so we can access all these, like, little terminals I've been seeing around. Cool. What's bullshit about splitting open his skull with force powers? I don't understand. Like, we've seen other Sith, whatever, do it, so, like... I mean, not usually Jedi, because Jedi don't usually kill, but... You know. Death Battle throws all morals... Death Battle tends to throw morals out the fucking window with characters. That's also another issue, is that Death Battle specifically, like, has mentioned a few times that when it comes to morals, they don't take morals into account as, like, a limitation on their characters. So crushing somebody's skull or splitting somebody's skull open is, like, I mean, I'm not sure why it's invalid as a win con. That was the only time I could do, because they specifically said stars as weak point. I mean, that's probably pretty stupid. Like, I mean, without the Horcrux, it's just a normal scar. It's not even that deep. It was mostly magic infection or whatever, with, like, evil soul magic. Suffered only a fraction of what his master must have had to endure. Important is that you're alive. No, what's important is what I'm about to do. Time is not on our side. We need to act fast. To which, but first, I need to make sure the safe zone is a bit safer. Activate anti-detection firewall. Ward stop magic, not physics. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they've specifically even mentioned that like physical objects can be used to shield against the killing curse too. Like in the movies, one of the things characters will do to shield against the killing curse is literally just summon some random object in front of them to take the blast, because it won't kill. It can't kill stone. As long as the interference signal persists, your pursuers will not be able to find this place. From now on, you can use the pavilion's facilities as you please. If you are tired, you can rest here safely and enjoy the virtual scenery, and proper rest is also an essential part of the plan, after all. It's cool you're doing this Halloween overview of recommendations, but it'd be cool if past that point you use them for a whole streaming series, too. You kind of started with. I might actually continue Nine Souls, yeah. Little Witch to do that, kinda, so maybe if this is actually a possibility. Oh yeah, you know, and there's definitely some, what was one of the other ones? The shooter with, like, the magic, like, retro boomer shooter. I actually have that on my list as, like, a continue playthrough kind of thing. Because that was, like, a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that one in particular. What was that? Project Warlock. That's it. Project Warlock. Oh, man. That thing was so much fun. Jade system has been repaired and can be configured into any node route. This system was developed by ancient Fengshi guild to assist in combat. Starting different Jades unlocks extraordinary abilities for the users. We're getting magic cyberpunk upgrades. It's great. Character bio. Numerous doubts and grievances toward the world he inhabits. Wizardom, Heretic, Hexen, and Project Warlock. Ah, yes. I found you. Oh, he made his way down here. I finally caught up with you. Sean. There's no way I'd miss out on a hero's quest. Stop fooling around. How'd you get here? Angnong brought me here. He found a hole underneath the altar and wanted to check it out. I asked him to bring me along. You mean that paranoid Shinnong? On our way, we ran into a bunch of monsters in heavy armor. They were swinging their swords. It was terrifying. There was this huge glowing golden beetle, too. Angnong touched it and he immediately jumped in pain. They also saw those terrible machines. It's also a medieval. It's Quake, but magic. I think I have a medieval marked down as maybe. I think that might have been one of the ones I had marked down for next week. Yeah, I get why I called for it, what it is, because it's a bunch of bullcrap way of ending. Ever since that, they've lost all credibility in my eyes. I mean, I think they're just fun. And again, even if you don't agree with their outcome, they can still show off impressive feats that characters perform. You should always try and double check their math when possible. I tend to like sometimes go to secondary sources who analyze their math and look how they're doing it. Because there are plenty of people, I think there are entire debunk death battle channels that specifically go into their calculations and try and debunk anything they don't agree with in their videos for like each one. Which can sometimes verge on the side of being almost too contrarian, but it's still good to get second opinions, I find, for things. However, Superman is, again, just ridiculously OP. If you watch any of their Superman videos, just the stuff they list off is pretty good for showing you just how OP he can be sometimes. Or you can just read really old Superman comics. Man used to just do whatever he fucking felt like. The amount of powers old Superman used to have, he got nerfed so hard in the modern era, it's not even funny. It's almost like sad because DC had made him too OP. So they had to nerf it. Like, he used to be able to, like, shuffle. He used to be able to, like, mold his face like clay and create shoot out tiny clones of himself and all sorts of bullshit. It's you. We meet again, fellow disciple. I don't know you. You look familiar, though. Lear. Impossible. Our fates have been joined long before either of us realized. Where am I? A limitless realm, where the forces of heaven and earth intersect with space-time consciousness. You are not real. What can be deemed real among the myriad? What can be deemed false? Did you create this space? Yours truly does not possess that ability. I have studied Fushang for eons. Yet when faced with its multitude of obscure arts, my knowledge is still left wanting. Do you also not know how to leave? That's hardly difficult. Realize what is natural and simply act on your own thoughts. However, I do ask for a moment of your time. You lent me a hand many years ago, so I must not bring it into our cycle of Tao. I said I don't know you. This horn allows its user... I love how he's just ignoring me to resonate with Fusang, enabling travel between the central and outer nodes. What bullcrap way of ending it ever since then. There are legit reasons for that too. First, content wastes away. Second, it's an opportunity to expand horizons in gaming, ones you might be positively impressed by. It really has. And honestly, playing random games for stream has really opened my eyes to like a lot of games I would never have played before. People. You, however, are different. Please accept it. Okay, so we're now we're bumping up against technology that's so advanced, even the people who are using it don't seem to understand it. It may verge into like Lovecraftian nightmare realms of actual magic the technology is simply channeling. Because he's like, oh yeah, I don't really know how this place came to be. Resonates with the primordial roots Fusang. All paths eventually converge. We shall meet again. Or he's just an AI and he's just imitating magic. The tree roots in particular... I know they say they're tree roots, but they look like tentacles. They look really tentacly, not rooty. Like that slimy sound effect whenever they move. I've never seen such smooth stone in my life. How was it made? These lights, they glow without fire. It's incredible. Solarian world. There a world outside the village? You never told me about any of this. That's so sneaky of you, Yi. So you may as well tell me everything, right? You'll just get more confused the more you know. You know, we have a real brooding anti-hero thing going on for ourselves right now, don't we? I won't. You know I'm not that dumb. I'll teach you nice and slowly when I get a chance. Pinky promise? Pinky promise. It means you can't lie. You know, this is one of the kid characters I'm actually kind of okay with being there. Repair. Sure, I have Android 15 Gen. Something I've been able to take away from playing old games and remotely modern ones too is the smoothness of modern games is a virtue to me, not something I expect right away, because I saw things can work in different way, you know? Well, when augmented reality glasses evolve into AR horn. Also, I love like the fucking like child drawing on the robot's chassis. Like, she has this very clean, put-together aesthetic, and then she has this little cartoon, like, child drawing with, like, basic circles and shit on her chest plate. So, are you in? Loading. Is it broken? It's been drawn on, too. That's suspicious. Is this thing... No, are you supposed to be here? Identify yourself or I will disassemble you. Shanghai 9000, not suspicious. Won't hurt. Help, service, help, guide. Solarian, Shanghai 9000, cooperate. Give me map data, give you benefit. Benefits? Like what? Shanghai 9000, collect each zone, map data chip. Shanghai 9000, analyze map, show you. Help, hack, read, resources, information. You win, I win, we win. You analyze map data chips from each zone and locate any resources. Is that correct? Correct. Shanghai, 1 for each zone. 1. Shanghai 9000, 1. Map, data chip. Thank you. Cooperation. You're certainly quick to thank me. You're acting way too weirdly. I've never seen a robot assistant proactively make a request of someone. But if you can really provide the data on those resources, I'll consider working with you. Thank you. Thank you. Good deeds. Good rewards. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. Yeah, I just want a full map of the facility for no reason. I'm also enjoying recent Genshin lore. See, I've never played Genshin Impact, so I don't really know that much about Genshin lore. Like, what's actually the lore of Genshin Impact? What's the basic premise of the story? Hope you haven't gone far, but there's something I am unsure as to whether I should share. Speak freely. I owe my ascension to my existence the decision of a certain soul. It was through his decision that I wasn't destroyed. Who? The soul in charge of the power reservoir, Lord Kalfu. That damn bastard. I understand you hold a grudge against him, but it is my humble opinion he might be worthwhile to engage with him. After all, Lord Kalfu's unique talents are undeniable. Even if he declines to cooperate, he could still be of value to you. Fair enough. I'll consider it. Well, it's located at the base of the central core. Take the transport elevator down, and you'll be able to find him. Hard to simplify, really. That's fair. I've run into things like that. Alright, so we gotta summon our nymph to go in here and hack. Time to hack, baby. This is very classic Metroidvania kind of stuff. I love it. You know, I've actually played the original Metroid game. Back when the Switch Online thing first became a thing and I got a Switch, I actually played through original Metroid. Like, not Super Metroid, Metroid. Boom. Got him. Not even been hit yet. I'm awesome. Oh, what do we have over here? Oof. Alright, well, we got hit there. We don't worry. We took up a puff of our weed pipe, and that restored us. I'm not going to get over the fact that we restore our health using, like, what is essentially a smoking pipe. It's hilarious. Gotta go down here, I guess. Hack. Oof. Okay, I'm just wondering, what is the point of this minigame? Can enemies still attack you while it's going on? Because otherwise it just seems like kind of a bit of a pointless time waste. Maybe it's trying to mimic, like, hand seals for, like, to show off, like, the weird hand motions we have to make. Damn it. Oh, fun. I'm just dying like crazy. Dash. Parry. Talisman. You know, the talisman thing is a bit unique because it forces you to retaliate, judge basically, like, retaliating versus, like, immediately, because you have to do it immediately after the parry. You can't just do it. But it also requires, like, a long period, because usually when you retaliate after a parry, okay, usually when you're doing something like that, you get up, like, a period of invincibility. Like, when you do a riposte attack in Dark Souls, you are untouchable while you're doing the attack. With this one, you are a bit more vulnerable while you're doing the parry move, which is interesting. And it does take a second afterwards. Not badly baiting you, but Berserk hasn't shown all its cards yet. We will see. I'm not entirely sure I want to go back to Berserk. Look, I thought it was cool for its time, but it was one of those games where I'm like, maybe it was fun then, I'm maybe not sure it's for me now, that kind of thing. It's one of those games that I'm having to play and to try, because trying new things is always nice, but it's maybe not one of the ones where I want to actually play it again in the near future. Maybe I'll head back to it in a bit and see. Because I was, like you said, it hasn't shown all its cards to me. I was fairly early on. I won't deny that. I feel like we're, like, busting open these containment areas to release the roots. It's very... It feels like we're unleashing an eldritch monstrosity bit by bit as we unlock the save points. Like, the tree is... Whatever this tree thing is we built has clearly grown well beyond its initial, like, purpose, you know? And every time we bust open one of these Lotus areas and access the node, and the tree's roots like burst open. What am I doing? I'm not trying to dance. Okay, that's teaching us how to bounce on the orbs. Cool. Hey, look! It's pogo hopping! It starts getting good in hour 25. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I have. Like, I think 2.5 hours. I think like 2 hours is a decent enough time to give a game to kind of get into its main vibe, you know? To think that green key aura. Oh. Oh, we gotta. Okay, okay, I see. To counter it with a. We gotta jump over him. So we gotta do like a pogo parry. Okay, I've actually never seen a pogo parry before. That's actually kind of interesting. The foe of key to make it suit your ends. Later, the sword becomes more responsive and stuff many more. Besides, this game is different enough that no modern game that's old enough did something similar. I mean, if you say so, I might give it a bit more try in my personal time to see if I like it. It does seem like the kind of game where if I was playing in personal time, wasn't trying to like entertain the audience, I might be more into it. Because I wouldn't feel as bad about maybe grinding up some extra levels. But the thing I have with games that can get a bit grindy, Tai Chi Kick, is that it can lead to gameplay that's not fun to stream. Which is the main thing I'm worried about with that game in particular. Whereas like games like Boomer Shooters are practically guaranteed to give you a nice steady drip of action and excitement and new stuff to see. Anomalous root node. Warning, this root node is experiencing abnormal energy discharge. Danger, only maintenance personnel allowed. One of the key technologies that the Fang Shi Guild unlocked and laid the foundation for advanced rhizomatic technology. God's sci-fi words. Today, the flow and transmission of rhizomatic energy can be controlled through these root nodes. However, the mechanisms behind the primordial roots are still shrouded in mystery, even for modern Solarians. Ooh, spooky. Ominous. Alright, we can finally get past these things. Bang, baby. Hack. Get hacked. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is how we deal with that guard. So I'm going to need to, like, deal with the one that's doing the heavy attack. And I think I figured out how to do that. Because the other one was doing a red attack, but I can now parry red attacks by doing the pogo hop thing. Oof. Ouch. Take a hit of my smoke pipe. Oh, shit. Oof. Ouch. Damn it. Got my ass wrecked there. Alright. So, let's go figure out what all this fuss is about. I'm practicing my parries too here, so bang. See, the thing is, Berserk has Berserk has unusual combat progression that even narratively makes sense without gamification, raising action. There's an appeal that hides behind retro. I'm not denying there's not an appeal that can hide behind retro. I'm just saying not everyone enjoys that same appeal, is my point too. We're not saying that there aren't things modern games don't do that retro games do. There absolutely are. Frick! Oh, I just lost all my money. Damn it. Ah! The new halberd wielder is going to be real annoying, see, I can already tell. Oof. Doo-doo. Holy shit, did you see that? Oh my god. I was like, I was struggling with it earlier, and then I just walked in here and utterly wrecked it. Oh, that was perfect. That was beautiful is what that was. Did you see what I did to that halberd wielder at the third try? I just walked up to him and just comboed him to death. Oh, I love it. I love it when your plans go completely right. Says about kangaroos, my internet is slow today, so I'll tell him now. For me, it looks like kangaroos are easy to defeat without even harming them. Kangaroo will never be able to recover from this. Bro will never be the same again. I don't have time to watch that video right now, but I'm definitely going to watch it after stream. Alright. Appeal, maybe appeal. To me, no. Yeah, again, it's all personal. Some people really like certain styles of games, and it is a shame that those styles aren't replicated by people anymore, you know, if there are people who like them. But there are also reasons why certain games didn't become popular, I think. Not everything is a completely hidden gem. I will say, Berserk did feel strangely, like, different compared to a lot of other games. It felt very, I won't say modern necessarily, but it felt more modern than a lot of other stuff on the PS1 and PS2 era. For that time period it existed in, it felt remarkably modern, actually. Being for everyone, if anything... Oh, no, I agree. Being for everyone is, like, a fool's errand. I mean, Clair Obscur might not be for everyone, but it's an amazing fucking game. Kirby Air Riders isn't for everyone, you know? There are so many games that are not for everyone that are still very valid things. I mean, hell, Souls are not for everyone. Very Ross Games dungeon coded. You're not entirely wrong about that. Alright, let's figure out where we need to go. Trying to figure out where to go from here. It's crusty at first. Once you get past, you will understand what the hype was and why it's funny here. Dude, don't get me wrong. I played old-style games. I have cut my teeth on, like, Neverwinter Nights, and... I've played old action RPGs. I played the old God of Wars, yes, but I've also played several of the other God of War Whites from, like, PS2, PS1 era. I played Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube and thought it was pretty terrible, actually. I've played a lot of janky-ass Game Boy games back in the day. I've played Wii games, okay? There are some jank-ass Wii games out there. It's really weird, too, because the Wii era was one of those eras where, like, you couldn't even really trust that, the port was going to be normal. Oh, phew. Alright. Open the chest, I guess? Money! And 4 treasures of the study. A Solarian artifact to be gifted to Shan Shan. Ancient writing tool. Okay, it's calligraphy. Very Chinese coded. To be fair, it was made by, what, Red Candle, I believe is the name of the developer? Who are Chinese developers, so that makes sense. I still wonder why the root saved us. Are we, like, its creator or something? Is that why? Alright, so we can hack those. What if we can use those to kill things with laser beams? What do we have here? Incoming signal. Trying to say is good games don't age. Modern games simply twist us in certain places. Oh, absolutely. I will say this: Kirby Air Riders is one of the best kart racing games and one of the best like Destruction Derby games I've ever played, and it's like over 2 decades old. Super Mario 3 is an amazing platformer. You could put that on modern games like console, and people will be like, "Yeah, it's a cool indie 2D game that's amazing to play." Like it is so amazing how many old games are still really good. Warcraft 3 is still... Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2 are still excellent RTSs. You know, Final Fantasy, for all the shit I give at times, make up some very good RPGs. Honestly, I find that a lot of the times it's not even about, like, turn-based games, or like you'd think, or platformers, which you'd think would do better as older games, because 3D platforming is made of a mess, and turn-based games kind of didn't have the same graphical intensity requirements. But, like, even in action RPGs, they can be great. Not just Kirby Air Ride, kart racers in general age surprisingly gracefully. They really do, because the mechanics of them, on at least like the control mechanics, they've already some of the Dust Guardians to handle the situation. It's me, Yi. Who did you say you were? You heard what I said. Disarm the security system already. Listen to me. I don't know what kind of hilarious prankster you think you are, but you really think you'll fool me with a crude disguise? Leave now. Sigh, what a nuisance. What an asshole. There are a bunch of games that came out before the turn of the millennium that are fantastic. I completely agree. I'm even one of those people who doesn't necessarily need fancy graphics to make a game look nice. I always get a little annoyed when people look at the graphics of a game and immediately judge it. Because yes, graphics can be important. But as I have been forced to learn over and over again, they feel remarkably smooth. I've played a few N64 games. Now, granted, there is something to be said for controls. Shooters are a very important one for me. GoldenEye, I played GoldenEye, okay? I played GoldenEye. It is janky as shit to play GoldenEye in the modern era. It might be fun, but it's also janky as shit to have to stop to aim around. But, like, again, there are so many good games out there. And with Cruelty Squad, which Codename Assembly got me to play, I looked at the graphics of that and just thought, maybe it's not for me. I made the same mistake, and I have tried ever since I played that game to remind myself, because I always knew this, but I need to remind myself once in a while, do not judge a game purely based on its appearance. Because there can be really deep gameplay, really good gameplay, no matter what the art style looks like. Even if it looks like a collective seizure. Hold R while moving to increase run speed. Lowering the risk of being attacked during the detonation. I am a graphics snob, but I need aesthetic, not detail. Fire recommendation, by the way, Assembly. +1. Let's do a key charge upgrade, so we can do multiple talismans at once. Wow, I died immediately because I forgot. I hate it when I forget to rest at a rest point. Also, I think my PNG tuber has frozen in place. Let me fix that real quick. Oh, good, it's not responding. And it's crashing. It's crashing. It's crashing. Everybody, it's crashing. Alright, 1 second, let me reopen it. By the way, if you guys were wondering, the Fantastic Four movie is already out on Blu-ray and 4K. It's been like 2 months. Blu-ray DVDs come out so quick nowadays. Oh, fun fact, by the way. Did you guys hear what happened in Japan recently? So, you know how Windows 11 has, like, been fully replaced Windows 10, right? Because they forced all the Windows 10 computers to go commit suicide. Well, guess what? Apparently, I'm not sure why they couldn't just remove their old ones, but apparently this led to a bunch of people in Japan buying entirely new Blu-ray drives for their new computers. To the point where they sold out. Like, there's a shortage of Blu-ray drives in Japan at the moment. I'm not the only one who does stuff like this. I'm not the only one who does this kind of thing. who uses Blu-rays. Apparently Japan's right there with me, fighting the good fight for physical media. Oh man, oh man. So my pipe. Okay. So. Boom. Boom. Alright, got him. There was some debate about real game versus not real. I'm a welcoming person. Oof. Look. I feel like video games are kind of this thing where it's like, it's sort of like what happened to other forms of media too, where it's like, it used to be that in order to be a part of like if you were like somebody who watched movies, you were like a movie buff and you went to like all the special places and you knew all the different places to go. Nowadays you just kind of like go to the theater. Like there are ways to watch like more in-depth movies, or people who watch all the movies or watch like a lot of specific genres. But I feel like the term gamer is going to start to lose a lot of like relevance or meaning, because there are just different types of gamers now. There are people who focus mainly on mobile games, however distasteful you find that. There are people who play RPGs and like nothing else. There are people who play shooters and competitive games and nothing else. And I feel like over time, if we keep trying to pigeonhole people as gamers, we're going to be disappointed in the end. There's nothing wrong with that. Video games are becoming a more accepted genre, or more accepted medium, not genre, medium. I think that's a good thing overall. But it does mean over time we're going to see less debate about, I feel like, about like gamers and more just the types of video games we talk about. Like, most people don't talk about mobile games if they're gamers. Generally speaking, mobile games are a thing that are like ads to people who would consider themselves probably like actual gamers, as cringy as it is to say those words. So again, it's one of those things. I think it had its place for a time back when video games were a little more niche, but they're not really niche anymore. It's a very widely accepted and practiced form of media, or observed form of media, I suppose. All right. Gotten so much better than dealing with the halberds. So again, it's not really, I just think the term is losing a bit of meaning. I mean, I wouldn't even say like there's a minority of people who play video games. I think most people play video games these days in some form or another. Even if it's just casually, you know? Break all the stuff. Gotta break all the stuff. Alright, we got the undercoat. Let's go. You know, it is really creepy because you can see that there used to be people who lived here. This clearly used to be a place where people lived and worked, and over time it slowly became like decrepit and run down and run more and more by robots. Like, you can literally feel, as you walk through this place, the Solarian species slowly retreating from their world and into this digital space or whatever. Like, I have a feeling we're probably going to encounter the How are you doing, dear brother? The sun is out today. Remember how we used to go hiking on sunny days like this? I was at the age when I couldn't stop asking questions. You were always so patient as you tried to explain every bit of scenery around us. You were the best. You knew everything there was to know about everything. Oh, shit, we're glitching. We're glitching. Uh-oh. So this is like the VR world, or their old home world, right? Pretty towers. Can we go play over there? No, we can't. Those aren't towers. The rhizomatic column from the turbulent era. They're vessels for storing rhizomatic energy. Think of them as big batteries. You should have learned this in class already, Hang. I don't really like my classes. I want to hear about it from you, Yi. Your stories are way more interesting than my textbooks. They aren't stories, silly. Rhizomatic columns were an invention that changed the world. Scientists from long ago created them to make everyone's lives better. But adults around us are biased. They consider all technology from the turbulent era to be dangerous weapons of war. Now these momentous breakthroughs just sit here collecting dust and weeds. Oh, so he tried to like bring back the old technology. Isn't as easy as flipping a switch. But don't you worry, one day your big brother will fix them all up. After you fix them, promise me we'll get to play in one of those columns? That's not somewhere we can just play, silly. I thought I just told you that. So he wanted to bring back this technology that he thought had more uses than just weapons of war. He saw it as, probably as an energy source. But that energy, it's like nuclear energy, right? Might not have understood everything you said, but I wanted to cling to you all the time. I thought you were the smartest person in the whole world. The color of the sky, where the rain comes from, where the stars shimmer, you knew all about it. You've accomplished so much and received all those lofty titles since then. To me, you've always been the most amazing person in the world. Wow, we're literally haunted by the ghost of our little sister. That is fucked up. That's like her AI ghost or something from when she uploaded her mind, I'm guessing. Because there's clearly something going on with, like, brain power or uploading yourself. Doing the fact, again, like the whole thing about an organic or living creature has been detected, whatever, earlier on. Oh, shoot. Oh, frick. That really hurts. That really hurts. Damn. Oh. That thing is, tough. Okay, so these are literally just to eat up time when we're trying to do in the middle fights. Oof. Oh, come on. I want to get to one of the major bosses at least. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. We got 2 hours. We can get to one of the major bosses. Alright, let's hurry. Come on. Drop down. I'm trying to drop down, but it won't let me. This isn't even the way to, like, the cutscene area we were at. Alright. And here we go. Oh, wait, no. This is the wrong way. Still the wrong way. We have to go this way. Yes, this is the right way. Onward to the good story beats. Onward to the story. Okay. You know, I really do like this world. I'm a sucker for like cool, like, I guess the term would be like, I'm not necessarily science fantasy, although I do like science fiction with a fantasy flair, like, you know, Star Wars style, where it's like, yes, there's, you know, spaceships, but there's also space magic and shit. I do like that, don't get me wrong. But I also like it when you have the technology, like, coached in mystical terms. Warhammer is kind of weirdly my vibe, and I've never really gotten into it. Alright. Not necessarily the grimdark of Warhammer, but the kind of like space fantasy vibe it has going on, you know? Then again, I did also like Emperor's, if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device. Oof. Oof. Boom! Gotcha. Got him. Look at that. I learn, I adapt, and I kill my enemies. Okay. What have we got over here? Ooh la la. Is that a chest I see? More money for me. Bam. Alright, down, down, left, down. Let's go. What do we got in this chest? And we got, enemies will not be able to interrupt a talisman detonation. I might have quit that a little bit later. That actually might be useful. Okay, we found a creepy glowing red pyramid. Looks like a fucking Sith temple from Star Wars. Let's go. Ooh, what's this? Shanghai. Oh, there's a glowing holographic fish in there. It's adorable. I love the little fish. Sublime energy among the evergreen foothills. New Kunlun, the second home of your dreams. I'm looking. I know. Don't say anything. I know what you want. You need a tour, right? I'm so stoked. I love he's just like glaring at this thing. Like, I'm going to sit here and be edgy and mysterious. Don't just stand there. Take a seat. Feel free to ask if you have any questions. Give me a status report in this region. Alright, okay. New Kunlun power grid is currently off peak. Rhizomatic columns are only operating at 40% capacity island-wide. Operations of the Radiant Pagoda are also operating at minimal level. Operations on non-essential bridges have been suspended. Several anomalies have appeared throughout the power grid. Zhannan, Zhaonan, Daya, and many other generators are no longer connected. Dust Guardian support staff have been deployed to repair the anomalies. Estimated repair time, estimate failed. What do you think? I recited everything clearly and properly, right? I did good, didn't I? Wow, the AI is just so fucking excited. So, what business do you have with Lord Kafu? If you're going, count me in. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Please stop glaring at me. Lord Kafu's vital sanctum can be found within the Radiant Pagoda. Okay. Let me guess. We gotta restore the power first. Lordship may have been born in the Ying countryside, but he is still the most skilled engineer we have. Rumor has it that due to his stunning looks and overwhelming charisma, holding figure has never once left the pagoda since arriving here. Few have even laid eyes on his lordship, so enigmatic, isn't he? It's my dream to be able to take a photo with him one day. I want to enter the Radiant Pagoda. There isn't enough electricity to power the light bridges that lead to the pagoda. I would love to take you inside. My aspirations exceed my capabilities. Is there any other way to power that light bridge? Yes, but you do not have administrative privileges, so I cannot share that information. I can, however, recommend one of our other fantastic observation decks in the power reservoir. I can even tell you the best spots to get snapshots. I am friends with the administrator. He said he doesn't mind. Really? My, however, did you become friends with such an important figure? Impressive. I've never seen him before. I'll help you with the bridge. How can you give me an autograph in return? There's a backup control room right behind. Wow, this robot is really trusting. Holy shit. That lie was like when you convinced the robot in New Vegas to just let you through because you said a bunch of random bullshit. You can manually increase the power output in the control room, which should reactivate the light bridge to the Radiant Pagoda. I was allowed to say that. Wow, did I let slip a secret or something? How exciting! Goodbye. The fuck was that fucking robot? This is what happens when you leave AI robots on their own too long. They go rampant, people. Next is going to be calling for humanity's blood. Or I guess the Solarian blood. Then again, they seem like they kind of deserve it. Oh, fuck. Oh, ouch. God damn it, I have to go all the way back through this. Fuck. God damn it. Oof. Whoa. Doggy, no. Robo Doggy, stop. Is it even a Robo Dog? It has horns. Oh, you can't get on the top. Your active range ends here, buddy. I have invincibility walls. How do you like it now, AI? Who's getting stuck on invisible walls now? It's not me. It's you. Oh, I should have remembered about that. Ooh, frick. Wasted that. Alright. Whoa. What was that jump? The hell? Alright, assassination techniques, baby. Let's go. Oh, shoot, I wasted another one. God damn it. Shoot, now I've got to get to a save point without wasting all my health. God frickin'. Ugh. Great. What the hell is this man? Where's that weird noise coming from? A defect? The fuck is with this character design? Is he some sort of cyborg demon creature? I was captivated by the incredible craftsmanship of this building. The words burst forth, flowing freely. Never seen a weapon that shows interest in arts. What's your model? The circumstances of birth do not a sage make. I may run on man-made circuitry, but I place my faith in my poetry. Chi Yao. I am also known as Battlelord Mark II. May I inquire as to your esteemed name? Call me Yi. No need for formalities. Well met. This fortuitous encounter deserves... Oh yeah, the robots are definitely going rampant. The robots are definitely going rampant. When the blossoms drift from swaying willow boughs, the morning air bestrews sweet perfume. Stay not adrift for more than spring allows. There is little time to cherish than we presume. Your meter's off. Alas, is it so? You're right, Sir Yi. The final line contains an error, the source of which is an issue with operator 37 in my system. Allow me a moment to replace. I am bereft of Jin and unable to carry out repairs. Whatever shall I do? You need Jin? Jin is the keystone for all that harness the electrical universe. And artificial beings like myself, it is but the most precious of materials. Traveled far and wide, gathering my myriad treasures. But without Jin welding my connection, they just become a burden. Ah, I have devised a plan that might resolve this urgent need. To your attire, I surmise you must have been born into wealth. Tell me the truth. Like my luggage was an extravagant collection of precious artifacts. If you have Jin to barter, I'd be willing to part with a few of my treasures. Peruse at your leisure, sir. So he's a shopkeeper and he wants Jin so he can repair himself. Okay, I'll have to keep in... I like this guy. He's a robot who grew, like, a form of sentience. Let's rest. Jades, we've got... So, this one is time immobilized will very different... Touching a talisman will temporarily immobilize enemy. Let's do the one where they can't interrupt my detonations. So this game is definitely on my radar. It's something I want to finish, probably. Alright. When I'm in the zone and doing everything right. It's all coming together, you know? Alright, time to enter this room and fix the light bridge. Probably gonna have a mini-boss here. Down, 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 right. Right, right. Down, up. Down. Oh. Oh, frick. Left, right, up, down. Down, 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 left. Left, left, down, up. Hey! Room is online. Light bridge is online. Cool. Nice. We've got our pathway to, I'm assuming it's going to be like the first major boss for one of the souls. Alright. Let's go do this. Do. I know you can hear me, you bastard. Stop hacking into my systems. I tried asking nicely. Now I'm going to use force to deal with you. When did a craftsman like you become skilled in martial arts? Hope you haven't forgotten Witchspring R. No. Witchspring R and Wuchong will both be starting back up on November. And once those two are done, the Hollow Knight is when I'm going to start debuting the 3D model. So we're basically, the plan is currently to finish up Wuchong and Witchspring R, probably in November, and then move on to Hollow Knight and, oh god, what was the other game I was going to play with it? I forget it right this second, but I have it marked. Oh, Hades 2, that's it. Hades 2 is going to be the other thing after Silksong, after Wuchong and Witchspring R. These other games are being added on top of it to my never-ending backlog. I'm in a bad mood, and these constant startling alarms aren't helping. Listen up, this is my final warning. The guards have been deployed. These killing machines won't be swayed with words. You're on your own. You can't interrupt me with that bullshit ranged attack anymore. My talismans will detonate. Oof. Oh, shit. Damn it. At least I don't have to go far for this. Detonate. Alright, flaring back at him. Nice. Alright, now I've got to get to my save point because I am dangerously low on health. One of the things I do like, though, is if you can block things, it seems like attacks can't kill you as long as you're properly blocking. Like, a block is still a block no matter what it seems like in this game. Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Well, it got me back here, but it didn't let me unlock everything properly, so probably going to need to go down there eventually. But, yeah, we can go ahead and head to the boss now. I do like it when, like, a failed parry will at least give you some damage reduction, because it makes the risk less brutal, I find. Alright, so let's head this way. Alright. Killed you. They're hard to, I keep reflexively trying to talisman the dog, and I keep bolting past it, which was a little annoying. Alright. We can do this. We can get to the first... A bridge has been disabled. Activate the bridge. Activate the bridge. Hey, we're gonna get to the first boss. I love it when I get to like a certain point in the game. That way there's like, there's a sort of like vibe to the stream where it's like, here is where we fought like the first major story boss. Radiant Pagoda control panel. Operating mode, storage mode with limited output. Current energy stored 95%. To meet the energy demands of the Eternal Cauldron project, the Sol Kalfu made improvements to the rhizomatic columns interconnections, linked up Kunlun's various power plants, and created a power reservoir, an entirely new energy storage paradigm. All of this power infrastructure was controlled through the control room inside the Radiant Pagoda. When operational, the converted rhizomatic energy can be supplied to all of New Kunlun and saved within the power reservoir for future interstellar transport needs. So we're essentially in like a colony ship or something like that. That's what it seems like, at least. It feels like we're maybe not on a planet as much as we are on a ship, and like the human areas were like essentially storage zones, maybe? Hard to say. Alright, let's do this. This is clearly like a prep room for a boss fight, so let's go boss fight ourselves. Oh shit! See, okay, I love this. This has happened like 2 or 3 times now. I love these like comic book style panels. They're cool. I like them. I like the style. It actually feels more like a manga, actually, but with, like, it's colored. Holy shit. General Jing Zhao. Oh shit. Holy shit. It's so big. It's so big, and its attacks are so wide. I seem so small next to this thing. Alright, we gotta do this. We need to do this tonight. Bam. Alright. Oh shit. It's really hard to dodge that. Like, if I get hit by the overhead swing, it's really hard to dodge that follow-up. Because he's just so huge. The man is so huge and his attacks hit so widely. It is weird that I'm, like, confirmed to have died here, though. Like, you can see, essentially, like my, like, skull. Oh shit. I tried to take a puff of the smoke pipe. That was a bad move. Come on, I can do this. I got 10 minutes. I can beat this boss in 10 minutes. We can do this. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. Got this. We are in the zone. Maybe I'm not in the zone right this second. God. I'm schizophrenic. Oh, make it stop. Make it stop. You better beat this boss. I better beat this boss indeed. It would be such a bastard mood to not beat this boss by 9:30. I might even have to see it at 9:45 because I'm not sure I can bring myself to leave this boss. Oof. Got it. Oof. God damn, I keep trying to heal. Bro, Bester beast this beast. Oh. This is what I live for, though. I live for bosses that kick my ass and force me to get good. Also, I just can't help but say this. I love the art style for this. Boom. Alright. Ah! I was trying to do a parry, but I'm not sure I can do a parry when I'm knocked down. Hey, I got further that time. These fights are, like, very intense. The boss fights aren't as grindy as, like, a lot of other games like this, like Hollow Knight can be. It feels like a lot more of the boss fights are going to be these, like, very quick, when you get them done right, fights. Like, they're not really tanky. Not really. Like, they're going to take a few hits, but it's not, like, a ton. Alright. Oof. Shit. Alright, I should have tried to get past him and then heal. So I need to stop trying to heal right in front of the boss when he can spear me through the gut while I'm smoking my little pike. I shouldn't be trying to smoke my pipe in front of an enemy wielding a pointy weapon at me. That's just really stupid. This is not a time to take a gentle puff of my healing pipe. There we go. Boom! Alright. Boom! Alright, I think I only need like one more parry. Done! Oh yeah, we got it. We got this. We got this. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Phase 2's coming. Oh shit, it's time for Phase 2. Never mind, I spoke too soon, guys. I spoke way too fucking soon. Spoke way too fucking soon. Spoke way too soon. Okay, well, I think we got this. I think we still got this. We can do this. We can do this. Come on. Come on. The second phase literally seems to add like one new thing, which is the red attack, which we already know how to do. We got pogo it. We got pogo this shit. Bam! Alright, take a pipe puff. Alright, we got like a nearly full health bar. We can do this, we can do this. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, 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 you're doing this Dragon Ball Z power up, I know. We're on the clock here, bud. Come on, let's move. Oof. Ah! Damn it! Okay, I think I need to dodge, just outright dodge that red attack, the jump attack where he spears it down. Making progress. We're making steady progress. We'll do this. I'm not sure if we're going to do it exactly 9:30. We'll probably do it like 9:40, but we're going to beat this boss. We are going to beat this boss. We are not going to be beaten by some fucking centaur asshole. Robo centaurs do not get to beat me up. I'm sorry. There are rules against this shit. Ah! I regressed. Oh gods, I regressed. No, 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 no! This is not happening. Come on, come on! I can do this. Be one with the chi. Let us do this. You shall not stand in my way. All right. Boom. Oh yeah. That's how you do this. Look at that. I didn't even lose a half of my first health bar. That's how you do this. That's how it works, baby. Yes! Oof. Shit! Ah! Alright, I consistently beat the first phase. It's just the second phase. Where he adds 2 new moves and suddenly my entire strat just goes out the window. You gotta be more aggressive. And at the same time, you also have to be ready to dodge almost anything. You gotta be applying those talismans regularly. And also not afraid to hit him after you parry. Because that damage adds up. Also, to not get hit by the fucking spear attack would help. Alright, take a pop him a smoke pipe. Let's go. Let's do this. Come on, come on, come on. I got this. Okay. Oh, okay. Do the dodge move properly. Alright. He's up to a good old ass whooping. Alright. Okay. Oh my gosh, we got it. We got the rhythm. Damn it! Ah! We're getting so much closer. With each fight, we get further and further to the truth, which is his defeat. I have to beat him tonight. I can't go without beating him tonight. This is like an actual test. He feels like all the other enemies put together, aside from the range enemies. That's the range enemies, the only ones he doesn't feel like he's like mimicking. He feels like he's mimicking all the other attack patterns though. Okay. I need to get better. Get good, Davis. Get good, Ramble. Get good. Ramble, you are a little piece of shit. Come on. You can do better than this. You can do this. Rip out his throat. Go for the throat. Rip out his eyes. Take every advantage you can. Boom. Alright, got it. Yes. And I don't even need to use the pipe, so I am actually free to utilize myself here. So I have, like, basically full health again. Let's do this. Holy shit. I don't know how I dodged that. Oh, shoot. Boom! Talisman. Oof. Pipe. Oof. Bam! Oh my god, this might be it. Oh my god. Boom! Yes! We did it! We did it! We beat the first major boss. Look at us. I'm coming for you, old friend. Herb Catalyst. Can be installed a pipe to increase its healing effect. Nice. Alright. We're going for our old friend now. Oh, mysterious. Oh my god, this is... Oh, so he's super ugly. Yeah, that's the twist. Yeah, I figured that. GG. You're not the only... You not only hacked the pagoda's controls, you also defeated Ying Zhao. Who the hell are you? Aw, actually, wait, he's not ugly. He's adorable. Let me have a good look at this imposter who dares to impersonate my deceased friend. Is that you, Yi? Why, it really is you. You're still alive. Barely. And judging by the reaction, you don't seem too eager to see me. My heavens, I never thought I'd really be you. Hold on a moment, I'll turn off the surveillance. Friend, brother, no way, am I dreaming? You're not dead, I don't believe it. Praise the heavens, praise the earth, praise Foshan. I thought you fell off that cliff. I saw the surveillance footage. How did you... Slow down. Let's not get too friendly just yet. There's just one thing I need to check on. There's just one thing I need to check. Oh, shit. Are you in league with them, or are you not? In a sense, I suppose I am. Wow, he got, like, super serious. All I can say is... This really does look more and more like a manga. Or like whatever the Chinese equivalent is. Over the last 500 years, I've spent in my vital sanctum, reliving that nightmarish day. How could I make you believe me? I truly didn't know before it happened. I thought they went after you to bring you back. So we could all sit down and talk. I really didn't think it would end up like this. I swear it wasn't involved. I didn't do anything. Look, he has a fucking boba tea cup strapped to him. That's adorable. But I suppose that's my greatest sin. I don't have the right to ask for your forgiveness. If this is your ghost coming for revenge, I guess I deserve what's coming. Do it. I won't run. What's wrong? Forget it. I get your situation. You were never given an option either. Besides, I never fulfilled that promise I made with you. So let's call it even. You're actually forgiving me? Wow, when did you become such a nice guy? The last 5 centuries must have taken a toll on you. Sigh, in the end it's all my fault. If I had the ability to stop them, things would have... If you had truly wished to atone, help me retrieve all the soul seals. You can't be serious, are you? Are you asking me to betray the council? Is there really no room for negotiation? Haven't they already shown their true colors? I tried negotiating, and look where that got me. True, but once we officially become enemies of the council, the other souls will come out from all over the island to hunt us down like a pair of sitting ducks. You know full well that they aren't pushovers, brother. It's either that, or you can be the one to carry my dead body. I'll say nothing. Don't give me that look. I intend to take them down one after the other before they even have a chance to fight back. You make it sound so easy. I'll probably end up dead or worse. Ah, what the hell. I haven't been sleeping well anyway. And this place isn't exactly much of a hideout anymore. Do you have somewhere I can lay low for the time being? The Four Seasons Pavilion in the central core is currently staffed under the cover of Abacus. I'll be on my way. Do you want my soul seal, right? Stored in my dedicated vital sanctum. Should be able to retrieve it. If you're done, meet me back at the pavilion. I have something important to return to you. Alright. So this is a good natural stopping point. We're going to grab the first soul seal. You know, give ourselves a little power up, I'm guessing. So this is his little pavilion of, like, past memories and shit like that, I'm guessing. When I return, I will use what I have. This is us as kids, I'm guessing, working together. You're also from abroad. Ying, you say. Craftsmen there are famous. So these engineering theories will advance our field by leaps and bounds. So they were like good friends working together on the project together. Stay in the council. Let's return home in a blaze of glory once peace has been restored. Okay. Oh, they like kind of like aligned together into the towers. I'll follow you till that day comes. So this was the dream, to return home with the towers and the technology and restore their home, essentially, to its former glory. To bring all that they had learned and understood back home and advance their planet. Or their old towns, maybe. Okay, we gain the seal. God, the animation is just pretty. I like it. Love the digital effects, too. Digital effects can be a little overdone, but I think this game does the nice balance of it all. Contains character Ding. It signifies loyalty. Alright. And just like that, I feel like we are basically done for tonight. I will see you all next time for the final week of our little October variety stream, so to speak. So, yeah. See you guys then. Bye.